functions. So in a moment, we're going to write a very simple program, and while we do, we're going to think about what a program actually is at the end of the day. So we've seen so far that we have this language called Python, and we can use Python to write programs. And Python itself has all these tools at our disposal to actually write those programs with. So among them are things like conditionals, variables, loops, and in this case, importantly, functions, where a function is some piece of code that kind of takes an input and produces some output. You could think of it kind of like a verb that you can actually run inside of your own program. So here, I'll go ahead and make a program called hello.py, typing code hello.py, and I'll hit enter, and I'll get this blank Python file. I know because it ends with .py here. And I want to call or use my very first function. And one function built into Python is called the print function, where the print function takes some text as input and produces as output this text in my terminal down below. So I'll type print here, and I'll follow it with parentheses, just like this, and I'll type hello world, like that. So now I've used or called my very first function, print. And maybe afterwards I'll also type print, maybe this is CS50.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Wait. I just did 50 times 7. No!
P. Okay. So now I have a very simple program, and I've, in this case, used two functions. Now, if you're new, you might be asking, how do I know that these are functions? Well, it just so happens that functions have these identifiers you can use to determine when you're actually looking at a function. Now, one of these identifiers are these parentheses here. Notice how I called the name of the function, print, and I followed it with parentheses, open and closed here. So when you use or call functions, you're often going to type the name of the function, followed by parentheses, and then some input. Some functions might not even take any input. You can call them a bit like this, print, open, and close parentheses, and that would mean this function doesn't take any input, or in this case, I haven't given it any input on line 3. But I have, of course, on lines 1 and 2. So to give you an idea of what these functions will do, let me go ahead and run the program. I'll type python hello.py down below to run this program top to bottom. So that is, first we'll see the print function will run on line 1, and then on line 2, the second print function will run. So I'll hit enter here, and I should see hello world, this is CS50P from top to bottom. So we've used these functions, but as a programmer, you might also want to create your own functions. And in particular, you might want to write programs that are composed of individual functions. Now, to define your own function, that is to tell us what code should run when I call or use the function, you can use the keyword called def, D-E-F, where def stands for define. So maybe, because this is the main function, I'm about to write the main function in my program, I could just call it main, def main, like this. And I want to include an open parentheses and a close parentheses, followed by a colon. And that then says, I have a new function that I've defined called main that in this case won't take any particular inputs. But now if I want to tell Python, or my program in particular, what code should be run when I use this function, I need to indent those lines of code and put it inside this definition here. So why don't I take these two prints, and put it inside of my function called main. I'll indent both of them and move this back up to the top. And now I have defined, again, a function called main that doesn't take any particular input, but it does run these two functions. First the print on line 2, and then the print on line 3. So now that you've seen how to define a function, you could think about how or who defined the print function for us. Because right now we're saying print hello world, but what does it mean to print? Like, what goes into printing them to the terminal? Well, it just so happens that the Python developers defined what happens in the print function elsewhere in the Python library, which you'll learn more about as we go through the course. But for now, you can just kind of know that you can use this function, print, but somewhere else, somebody before you has defined it and allowed you to use it in this context, just like I've now defined a function called main here. So let me go and run this program now. I'll say python hello.py, hit enter. I don't see anything, which is maybe surprising if you're new, because here I said I'm going to define a function called main, and within that function I want to do the following. I want to print hello world and then print this is CS50p. But in Python, defining a function is different from running it, or this technical term called calling it. So I've defined my function called main, but I haven't called main. And by convention, I can do that using two new lines underneath my definition here, and then calling main. So I'm going to now run whatever I've defined as part of my main function here. I'll type python hello.py again, hit enter, and now I should see hello world, this is CS50p. Because this program is read top to bottom, it will first define a function called main. It will then say what functions compose that function, which functions should be run when I call this function. And then down below, I finally actually call it on line 6. And so now, in this case, you've seen that my entire program is really kind of a function. As you go off and build new and better programs, you'll see that a lot of what you're doing is just writing things that take inputs and produce outputs, and those things are called functions. Input is going to say, I'm not sure what value will be. I'm not sure Python. Just using print, I'll say not just accessible. Notice how in say, it was accessible to us, emoticon was, but in main, it wasn't modifiable. I couldn't update this variable. If I now say global emoticon, I'm able now to modify the actual value of that variable as a side effect. Not the return value here, but just a side effect as this function runs. So here again, we have our global emotional state for our machine. We then have our function called main. Within that function, we say we're going to be able to change this global emotional state that we called emoticon. We'll first say, is anyone there? Change the emotion, and then say, oh, hi. So let's try this out. I'll go ahead and run python machine.py, and there we go. We've now seen another version of a side effect, one that changes some global variable. Now, in programming, this may or may not be desirable. If you have a global variable that is accessed across many other functions, it can be hard to debug your code if that variable gets modified across all these different functions. So keep in mind, when you use side effects like these, make sure it's good design, the right decision to actually make when you're writing your program. But here we've seen two examples, printing to the terminal, modifying some global state. There are others too, but I'll leave that for a later time. We'll see you next time.
So let's take a look at the gaming performance.
Whoops. Almost there.
take a look at the gaming performance.
Whoops. Oh, thanks.
Take a look at the gaming performance.
Oh man. Thanks, Nelson. I want to say that that I'm new. Like, I'm not even in uni, so thanks. Alright. I don't want to do $50 times 7% because that's not how tips work, obviously. So I need to find out how to convert a float into a decimal point. Well, that's what it is, but I need to convert the 7% to decimal. Cheat. I don't want to cheat, but looking for help either. But man, starting. I think starting, the most stressful thing about this is starting from essentially square one. Because I barely know anything. Which makes this so much harder. Like, I'm not like the usual streamer. There's this one guy. He stopped streaming because he got a job. But yeah, it's too vague. He got a job and he's still studying for his degree. And he was streaming every day until he graduated. He stopped because he didn't have the time and he didn't want to make it 5 minutes. I checked his stream and the stuff he does, the stuff other people do is insane, and I'm not even at that point. So before I go off to uni, I want to make sure I'm actually at a point where I'm not left behind. But anyways, that's enough waffle. It should be easy. I'm putting a percentage into a decimal. Let me see this documentation. Sorry, I don't speak English very well. No, it's fine. think your English is perfect. I need to split this. If I do it like this, there we go. Truck. Let's see what we got to anyway. 50,000. Let's just double check. Yeah, see. This is fine. But this isn't fine, because it just does 50 times 5. So I just need to change this, then I'll be done. Weird how, not this one. Okay, that was pretty easy. This was easy. This was easy. That was easy. And then this. Oh. Hey, what's up, man? So, oh, there's actually people watching these things. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm clickbaiting with the title. Basically, I'm not even at university yet, but I'm just trying to get some knowledge before I go. And yeah, I'm basically starting from scratch. In 17 days. I like my rate of progress. To be fair, like I've only started the CS50 so that I can so that I can get all of the fundamentals before I go back to building projects again. I made yeah, before I did this I made an alarm clock, like a really basic one. So hopefully after I do this I can use the knowledge I gained from here to you know, go on to make better things and actually reach a good standard. See you later, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Oh man, this should be easy. you talking about my goal in the future or what I'm doing now with this? Okay, I'll try to explain. So what I'm doing right now is my program. Okay, yeah, what I'm doing right now is you know what? I'll show you. Alright, I'm using CS50. CS50 is just a free course that I enrolled in. So basically, if I can find it, hold on. Alright. So using these lectures and videos, I learn about stuff like functions, right? And then I know you said to explain my program, but it'll be easier if I can just tell you the whole thing. And after I watch all of this, I can go to here. Opens it, right? So this is just what I'm doing here. It's a tip calculator. So over here, you input how much the meal was. Say like a restaurant or something. You're trying to calculate the tip for a meal. Say the meal was $20. £20, £20, $20, whatever. Right. And then this input asks you to put a percentage of what you'd like to tip. So, okay, let's say I had a meal for $20, right? And the percent asks me for my percentage, and let's say I want to put in 5%, right? When I put these two inputs in, this function, which gets referred to here, converts the string into integer, right? So I put 20 as a string, $20 with the dollar sign, and let's convert that to $20. This converts the string into an integer, which is a percent. So what I'm trying to do is basically have this times by this. I'm done with this. It's just this right now, where I have to basically convert the percentage into a decimal point integer. So 7% is 0.07. Then I have to times that by this, then this will print out. It's easy to understand. It's just that because I don't know the methods to do it, so it's basically just been trial and error. Anyways. Yeah, you can try it. Oopsies. What did I just do? $3 years? Oh my god. You've learned Python since you were 9? You're ready to get a move on. Should be easy for you then. minus 1 argument to 2, which is why I need the function. I think I should do it in the float. Oh. How do I do it? Probably should have just done that. I can't have it. What am I making? I'm struggling to make a tip calculator. Basically, it's rare. Basically, you're asked how much the meal was in a restaurant, for example, and I don't know, you put in $20, right? The next input is what percentage you'll actually tip, like out of the meal. So let's say I want to do 5%. Alright, these two inputs, I'm gonna times each other for the tip. Alright. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. Alright. I am back. Yeah, I was muted. I thought my was coming to talk. But no, anyways. Creating a tip calculator. One input asks for the meal price, which is this one, dollars. The other asks for the percentage the user wants to tip, which is percent. After inputting these, it calculates how much the users tip back money. So this function converts dollars from a string here to an integer. And this one, which I'm struggling with, is meant to convert the percentage into a point decimal point, whatever. So it's just I'll find it. I might mute in a second. Afterwards. Already tried. I might have done it wrong, I don't know. I can try again. Well, I know I'm supposed to divide it by 100. So I'll try and find a way to do that. travel now. My mouse went into my room and started yapping. Actually, before that. You're the goat, man. Only one slash, sorry. Alright, let's try this again. No! What's that doing? Yay! Thank you. Fatherly. I'm kidding. I'm not even kidding. These things took like 5 minutes tops. I think my problem is that I overcomplicate things. Oh well. At least I did it. I need to, but I need to, I need to check the policy with honesty or something. Solution. See this solution. Insert. What am I doing a master's in? Computer science. I'm a terrible programmer. Bro, I just started. Thanks, man. No, Mary, I understand. Lock the store and let me out. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Anyways. Oh, you don't know my situation. I've just started. I'm not even in uni yet. I have. How many months do I have? I have. How many months? I have until basically October next year, so. What? 10 months? 10, 11. I have 11 months to get good. Yo, but basically, here's the plan, right? I know I'm ass. I'm really bad. I understand. But here's the plan, right? Yes, it would. The plan is, I'm gonna use this course. Yes, you are going crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna use this course, right? So I can learn everything, the fundamentals. Then, after I finish that, projects, like projects. And then hopefully, by the time I'm done, well, not, I wouldn't be done, but by the time it's time to go to uni, so I can start my masters, I'll be low key chilling. I'm out uncircumcised now. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to check. It's been so long since I checked the problem. Bro, why the hell did that take so long? Alright, let's try again. How much was the meal? $50. No, come back. Oh, whatever, see ya. Have a good day, night, evening. Alright, yeah, there we go. Bro, why was I like doing jumping jacks over something so easy? Anyways. For flip's sake. I need to put check 50. Hooray! I couldn't have done it without you, Miki. I do it in line 3, is that right? Dollars equals float input. How much is the real question mark? Okay, I'm gonna guess it's like formatted properly because it's YouTube chat. Percentage float input or percentage? Print percentage. That might work. That might work. Bro, it's been so long since I used ESC. Oops. How much was the meal? Real meal, euro. How much was the meal? 100. Since you let the tip, 20. There you go. Yeah, it does work. Only thing I should say, I learned this not long ago. What was it? Sorry. The only thing I will say is, if you want to make it so that the user can input symbols, just use dot strip. So you know what? Maybe. You know what? I don't know. Wait, don't look at me. I'm joking. Alright, hold on a sec. So if I put like 50, I couldn't convert this, right? But if I just do that, and then I put 50. Oh, I forgot about the indentations. Imagine I do this again, I get it wrong. Yep, nice. You know what, I don't care anymore. No, I don't care. Here? No, I do care. Here, you know what, let me just check. Let me just double check. Let me see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah, pretty much. So I had to. Is it this one? Yeah. So if I tried here, I can't do it. But if I keep this, now I can do it. And boom. I need to check it again. What the hell did I do? Nice. What the hell did I do? Oh, clipboard. You scared me. I didn't even bother like. Didn't even bother like checking what it actually was. I thought it was my actual file. Alright, there we go. Submit. Submit 50. I think it's being acronym. Need help. Oh, there we go. That took too long. At least now I can move on. Alright, is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Woohoo! Ah, my eyes. Stop! Stop it! Whatever. Alright, cool. Move on. What's the time? 8. Oh dear. Barely have time. I need to keep conditionals. How much stuff is there? Ah! Alright, hold on a second. I hate this. Stop doxing me. Alright, got loops. They're not too bad because I already know. Exception handling, yay! I can do that. Okay, libraries I need to see. Unit tests I need to see. File I/O I need to see. Regular expressions probably need to see. It's just a lot of stuff. Object-oriented programming, yep. Etc. Oh, it's the last project too. I was about to complete the course. So it's not a lot of stuff. And I don't want to try to finish this in 4 hours in one day because that would be kind of stupid. I wouldn't be able to learn properly. And I have tons of time. Like literally, I have a lot of time. If I'm honest. So here's the plan. I have more time tomorrow. I'm not gonna try and finish this in a day, but I'm gonna try to get a lot of work in tomorrow since I have more time. Seeing that the more time I have, the more I can. I don't want to say it like this, but the more I can use a journalistic approach to fit in all the time I have for this, because I need to study for like 2 exams that are coming up in January. So yeah. No, it's good progress, man. For me, it's good progress. I think. Because if I'm honest, I don't think if I didn't start this, I don't think I would be able to even do this. You know, like all these things are something I could do back in my GCSEs. It wouldn't have taken long. But like, in terms of increasing my problem solving skills, if I didn't start this, then you know maybe I wouldn't be learning like I am. It's been 17 days. I'm gonna try to do this for a while. Oh. Anyways, yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna try to. Oh God. Did I learn if, else, elif, and while for? Yeah, a while ago actually. Like that, all that stuff. I know how to do. It's just I'm starting from square one again, basically, so that I can get a good fundamentals in. But anyways, I'm gonna end the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know the progress is slow. I know there's guys who are flipping 5 years old making apps, and there's me. But any advice that I should say in retrospect to that, or respect to that, is you're in your own lane. That's all I can say. Right? Doesn't matter how many years, decades, centuries the other person has. It's all about you, because you could be in university right now, right? You're learning with, or you're learning to compete against people who are more experienced than you. It's not about, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not part of its experience that matters, but it's what you're willing to do to stay ahead. Now I'm very behind. That's too much yap, anyways. But I'll get there one day. See ya.